Yeah, hello, welcome to this broadcast. I hope it's a broadcast. As usual, I have my doubts that this is working. Twitch was also acting up a little bit last time, so I hope it works. So people are joining the Simul at the moment. Let's see, do I get some known people there? Yeah, a couple. Toho Sam, played him before. Let's see who we got. Yeah, someone says you're on, that's cool. So a couple of high-rated guys joining. Dodgy, for example, 2000 something. Okay, we'll see. Do I have everything that I need? I think I do. I've got some drinks. I've got nuts. So I'm ready. I'm going to eat all the time, but once in a while I need some nuts. Okay, well, we're getting it complete. 12 players now. Yeah, someone says there was a giant bottle. Well, I'm not sure if giant fits it. It's like 1.5 liters, which probably is too much. I don't need that much. But what can you do? Yeah, it's 60-30, by the way. 60 minutes and 30 seconds increment. It's a clock simul. Okay, now we've got 13 players. Yeah, 20 it is total. It's a little bit slow tonight. Okay, I've got 14 players now. Oh, there's one guy, Mr. October. Yeah, he says he destroyed me last time. Yeah, I remember something like that. So yeah, we're getting a complete field now. 16 players and 17. Yeah. Okay, I'll have white in all of the games, as it is all the time in a simul. What I'm not quite sure of is if this is actually possible to do it other way around, that I've always got black. Not sure. I mean, in over the board, real life simultaneous display, the guy giving the simul is always having white. So we need just 3 more participants and then we are off. Yeah, it's always tough, the simuls here on ICC, and you cannot really put much or give much credit to the figures that are presented as the rating, because this is someone was 2 to 40. 2 to 40, that's high rating. So yeah, we are 19 out of 20, so starting in basically any minute. And the minute it starts, my screen will be a mess as usual. Someone asks, did I watch the ultimate moves on the St. Louis Chess channel? I watched a bit of it. I think I watched the beginning, but it was very late, and I basically, I think, fell asleep while I watched it. Not that it was that terrible or anything. It was just not doable, just too late. Okay, we're starting here with tired, dead, bad days. Yeah, I'm doing mostly knight f3, d4 stuff, as I usually do. Not doing anything fancy or something out of my comfort zone. 20 people at once is pretty much. Okay, just mixing it a little bit between those two moves. I mean, I just do it exactly the same as I do it in tournament chess. I mix those two moves as well. And yeah, I can go g3 sometimes. An English opening. Let's go d4 here. Yeah, all theory. g3 or c4. Yeah, let's go c4. And again c4. Yeah, it seems like a big like a big wheel turning, game after game after game. Okay, should g2 here, c4. Here, yeah, let's allow the Nimzo and a Queen's Gambit. Okay, knight c6 here. Oops, I get a new game here. So let's do this. Knight c6. Yeah, I'm going c4 and. No, knight c3 is okay. And again, knight c3. Yeah, I usually do allow the Nimzo, so let's do that again. Yeah, a student of mine is actually congratulating me. Congratulating is wrong. Wishing me good luck. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, thanks. So, Queen c2. Yeah, playing. Oh, he takes that. Okay, now I go d5 here, right? Gaining some time. Okay, c4. This will be a Tarrasch probably. A Grünfeld. King's Indian. Yeah, it's always funny if you have to dash out. I mean, you really have to play the moves like instantly all the time. It's otherwise you just get into too much time pressure, and it's difficult to comment on those early moves. Really, you just have to play. Castles. Oh, okay. Anyway, d4. Okay, g3 might take. Okay, I can transpose to a Queen's Indian. It's no big deal. Maybe b4 here. Okay. I have Queen a4 here, right? I'm picking up a piece, or not? Yes. e3 and yeah, Tarrasch here by Deviance. Okay, I'm going for a normal line. Queen c2 here. So there's a question. What do you think is your strongest skill? Yeah, it's always difficult to tell, right? I think one strength that I have is that I have a relatively a low count of big mistakes. My error quota is relatively low, and I usually don't make many strategic mistakes. It does happen; everybody makes them, but the positional strategic part of the game is my stronger part. And as I said, relatively low error count. I don't blunder that often, which is really helpful. Okay, so here we've got a Grünfeld reversed. This is a nice one. A5, aha. That's really early. Okay, I go B5. And here E6, I wonder. Yeah. E4 bishop. I wonder if I have something else there. F3 was there to prepare E4. I can go knight D to B5 maybe. Well, he has D6, bishop F4, E5. Yeah, maybe. Okay, let's take here and rook C1. Yeah, thanks for the nice feedback. Someone complimenting me on my YouTube channel. Yeah, thanks for the feedback. It's very, very welcome. B2. Here I'm going back. Yeah, currently, I mean, you can do some commentary on those moves and take longer, but the problem is simply, if you do, at the end, the time will hit me. This is time problems. Okay, here my queen is hanging, so I should take that pawn. Okay, go here. That's an early C5, really? Yeah, okay, let's play normal stuff. D6, yeah, black wants to go E5. I think I have to go D4. And here Mr. October, the guy who destroyed me, as he said last time, is in a bad version of the Tarrasch defense. Which is not necessarily meaning that I'm winning, but at least the opening looks quite good. Okay. There's a question. When am I doing my Q&A only session? Yeah, I wanted to do something like that. A session with just questions and answers. I'm actually I will do that first of all, but it will probably take some days because I'm nearing the 20,000 person subscriber mark on YouTube, and I think when I hit this, I'm going to celebrate this mark with that session. I think that's a good idea, and also I will do then yeah, give people the opportunity to really do that, to post the questions like on via Reddit, via mail or whatever. I haven't really made up my mind yet about this. Okay, here I'm taking F3 is really a damn ugly move to make in this kind of position. Do I still want to do it? F3 is not really fitting in this position. Okay, I'm going back. So here bishop, sorry, knight c6 has been played. I can go bishop b5 here. Yeah, it's not a bad move. Let's go for it. Develop here. Okay, c6, so I'm going to grab some space. Knight b4, probably just castling. And here, yeah, e3 or e4 is both possible. e4, I'm going b4, it's also good. Yeah, here this is interesting. Deviance, this guy is really high rated. He's played a gambit here in the Tarrasch, which is, frankly speaking, quite fishy, but it's tricky to play. So it's not like I can easily refute it. Okay, bishop g5 here. And this is an extra piece. That's really nice. Develop here. Yeah, what about this? I go queen b3 here, right? I guess, yeah, I'm attacking b7. Just develop here. c6. Yeah, I probably just develop again. Yeah, here, yeah, knight f6. How do I go from here? Queen a4, maybe castling is okay. Again here. Yeah, what about this? If I go e4, knight e4, knight e4, bishop g5, knight d6, so that's not working. I can go e4, let's do it. Grabbing here. And what about this? Yeah, I'm going to play slowly here. What about this position? Queen b3, I guess. d5 and c4, all normal. Yeah, bishop e4, that's one point of black's play here. I can take f6 and maybe knight e1. He has a slight compensation at least. That gambit is not really great, but it is not terrible either. Yeah, it's not like losing immediately. Okay, what about this here? Queen a4. Yeah, let's develop quickly. And here I think queen a4 makes some sense. Knight f5. Yeah, that's a good reply. Checking here, and here knight e1 was my idea. Let's do that. And what about this bishop g7? I was thinking bishop c4 might be an idea. And there's a question. Someone says he always watches my videos and I always refer to the name of an opening. And he asks if it's really important to know those openings or variations. Not really. You certainly, he says he's fairly low rated. Playing good moves in general, yeah, improving your general grasp of the game is more important. But it sometimes helps if you want to get a better understanding of the openings in general. It's sometimes a good idea to know the names, because with names attached to them, it's easier to remember sometimes, because you have some kind of some kind of help. Yeah, it's easier to know if it has a name, easier to remember if it has a name attached to it. So queen d2, yep. Bishop e2. Okay, he went rook c8. I can go knight d4 now for more pressure. Let's do that. Bishop here. Yeah, black is definitely okay here. Bishop b5. Yeah, maybe he has knight c6 back. Develop here, and b3. Yeah, he took. This guy took on g2. Taking with the king. Here b6 was played. Yes, maybe go d4 here now. Getting something going. Can take with the pawn. And here, yeah, black's compensation, and he has some compensation, is this pressure on the e2 pawn. I'm going to d3. Yeah, and here c5 might come, so I'm going to e2. d6. Yeah, I'm going d4 now, or not? Or b4. Yeah, let's go b4 first. b5. Yeah, that weakens the queen side quite a bit. I like that. Yeah, and here queen a4 is an idea. Just trying to grab the pawn. Or is he going queen to d7? Maybe. Knight to c3 is not working. Bishop g5. Okay, I'm checking him. Okay, e3 here, normal stuff. e4. Okay, so what is he up to? Like e5, that's not playable. Okay, play a normal move. Here I'm going back. Knight d7, that's good news, yeah? Some relatively passive move now. Taking on d5 is very often good if it is committed to d7. The knight is queen to d7 here. So am I going to b3 or to c2? I think I go to c2. Queen on d7 is not that well placed. I was thinking of the knight move a little bit more. Yeah, here I'm just developing. Okay, I can take now, right? Or is he taking with the rook? I can take with the rook, maybe. I know they have e5. No, okay. Castle here. Queen b6. So he allows this capture on f6 here, yeah? Really? Okay. Let's do it. a6. Yeah, I think just castling is fine. h5. That's aggressive. That's aggressive. Okay, he wants to checkmate me. Pawn all the way up to h3. So let's think about this. How to play. Knight f4, he's going where exactly? To e5, or I wonder, maybe to e5. My knight on a4 is really not a great piece. I think rook e1 makes sense. I still have knight f4. Okay, bishop e3, and here he really wants to trade queens. Yeah, I probably have to. Take here. This is just a piece. A piece is a piece is a piece. So develop. Yeah, here black's position looks rather critical. I wonder if I have something really good now. Or if I'm just castling. I think I'll just castle. That's not bad. And what about this? Yeah, maybe b3. Yeah, he went for h4. Of course, instant moves. Knight f4 was my idea. Really not sure where his queen is going. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, here bishop c7 is a move, limiting the queen. Let's do it. Bishop here, queen d7. Huh? Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, maybe rook b1. Yeah, simple move. Yeah, rook c8, knight d5 is an idea sometimes, but let's complete first. Bishop b5 is a good move, I think. Yeah, keeping the pressure on. Queen c7, really? I'm welcoming that. Okay, he's going all the way back to d7. Probably thinking about looking at that a4 knight. Yeah, I see. But now I can go e4. Yeah, you cannot take en passant because the queen is hanging. And if I get in knight d5, that should be nice. So here, he just gives me that pawn. He just gifts me that pawn, as Yasser would say. Okay, let's take it. Here I'm going to fianchetto. And here queen d4 would be a very dry way to play it. Not a bad way to play it, but it is rather dry. Technical stuff. Yeah, come on. Let's go e5. Let's grab the bishop pair. Yeah, you really have to be quick there in those simuls, not wasting much time. Otherwise you're going to get killed later, just time-wise. So, knight d5, huh? Okay, what do we have there? Yeah, the knight on e4. That's the question. What do I find harder to do commentary on or play, Simul's a bullet? Well, I mean, doing commentary on a bullet game is tricky. I really think it's tricky. I mean, I have tried, but usually not. It's not that great usually if I do it. I need a little bit of time to get something something out of me that makes vague sense at least. And bullet is tricky. Oh no, he gives me b4, right? The queen is protected. I'm taking that. a6. Okay, he welcomes the straight. I do as well. Oh, that's good. He takes on g3. It's always concerned that this pawn might be a problem. Okay, e6 at this position. Yeah, probably just knight f3. f5. Yeah, I'm taking that. And here rook c6. Yeah, as I said, this is a very technical position. I'm going to look forward to an endgame here if possible. Queen h3. He's really playing instantly. Every single move. So what to do? Knight can go back. I mean, with the pawn on e4, the knight on d3 actually isn't that badly placed. Okay, well, he has no big threats anyway. Knight e5 is a threat. Yeah, so maybe I should really prevent that with knight d3 and so on. What is this? a6? Anyway, what about this here? Queen b8. Shall I go e4 now? Come on, let's do that. Develop. Yeah, someone says I should continue with posting bullet videos. Well, it's not my main forte, but maybe I should do it once in a while. Queen to h7, so he's attacking e4 here. Still I have queen h5. Queen h5, yes, this actually would trade queens for sure, but also would misplace my pieces quite severely. Okay, it's tricky. Especially d3 looks like a bit of a problem. Yeah, queen h7 was a good move. I mean, even though he's playing all of them instantly, he's still playing rather okay. So let's do that. I cannot spend half of my time there. Rook g8. This is mysterious. Okay, I will want to trade this rook anyway. Let's take there. b5. Yeah, I'm taking this. Castling, still normal stuff. Yeah, this is an interesting situation here. I'm going to castle here. And on b5, the question is if I can sacrifice on b5. That is maybe possible, but a bit of a tricky thing. Okay, I can take on b5 now. I could have done that earlier, yeah? Why didn't I do that? Sometimes it's really weird. Knight to c5. I don't want to take this piece. I wonder if a5 is a move and if I should actually allow him to take on d3. It's normally not a great idea to do that. Bishop e2 is blundering this, however, so bishop c2. Okay, let's go a5. So here, this was played. I was thinking just back, just back. Knight a6, an interesting move. Probably wants to go to d7 here, to c7. I'm sorry, and then probably d5. Okay, get the king up. Bishop g5. Okay. If I go to f4, nice, he's got d3. Of course, I would love to get my knight on a4 into this game, but not quite clear how to do that. If I go rook a1, he has knight b4 as well. It is really slightly tricky, this position. Okay, yep, a5. Let's attack e5 here, and here I was thinking queen b3 is a double attack, so let's do that. Castling. Yes, this is an interesting situation here with c5. I was thinking rook d1, but my development is somewhat slow. I really hope that it's not blowing up in my face. Yeah, this is one of those games where you really are annoyed afterwards, because the guy just handles this like a bullet game. But, well, I mean, you can play like that. Just push everything forward that you have and hope for the best. It works surprisingly often. Just play the first active move that comes to your mind. Knight c2 is his idea, probably. Yeah. I have to get that back here. Oops, in the middle of playing this. Okay, here I took that bishop, and here I will take on b6. Okay, queen takes. I guess queen takes. Okay, so here we will get this endgame. Okay, he just took that thing. Yeah, this is an interesting position here. My bishop, I mean, it does have some idea looking at e7, but I would love to use the a pawn, but I mean, I can go back to b2, but that also looks kind of poor, and rook c1 looks especially poor. h4, h5, maybe h4, yeah, come on. And here I'm trying to regroup this to b4 to d5, and here just queen c2, yeah, just normal stuff. Queen h4. Yeah, he grabbed that pawn there on a2. So what about this? Knight b4. My knight on a4 is really miserable. Still miserable, that piece. Let's see. Oops. Okay, I'm switching to this one. No, I want. Yeah, now it is getting kind of confused. Well, here it is my move, so I can check it. Go knight e5. Yeah, right. Yep. So what about this? Knight takes a2. If I go like rook d3, knight b4, rook b3, e5 or rook e4 maybe. Yeah, I have to do something. E5. Okay, go d4, try to open this up. And what about this? What about this? Yeah, just rook c1. This is en passant, I'm taking this. Yeah, this is interesting. He took here on d4. Let's hope that I'm not getting totally annihilated. Okay, here I thought rook e4, that was my idea at least, but he can go knight c6 back. Bishop b5. Wow. Okay. Bishop f5. That was quickly played. Where are you going with this? I don't understand. Okay. Yeah, knight c6. This I expected, and I wasn't really sure what to do. I thought b4 might be an option. Yeah, come on. Ah, he's got f5. Yeah, he's got f5. Kind of typical little trick. Okay, let's protect that. And here, what about this? He wants to get this back. This is very understandable. f5. f5 is still in that position. I'm thinking about knight a4, of course. Yeah, can I just keep that pawn? Well, f5. It cannot be that bad. Okay, here I'm going all the way to d5. There's a question. Am I going to watch the movie Pawn Sacrifice? This is the Fischer-Spassky movie, I guess. Tja. I don't know. I haven't really thought about it that much. I mean, the Fischer-Spassky match is definitely a super interesting subject. I mean, I read something about it. There was a book a couple of years ago, Bobby Fischer Goes to War, and I think that the book is the base is the underlying material of that movie, and the book was very interesting. Okay, bishop to d3. Mysterious. I'm going knight a4. I wanted to do that anyway. Bishop b7 here in this position, so I can go queen b3, I guess. And yeah, that is I can take e5 here, right? Or am I overlooking stuff? Bishop e2 is his idea. Bishop e2. Huh, okay. Well, bishop f1 looks kind of meek. What about knight a3 though? Yeah, that's not bad. Okay, he went h5. This I expected, and I wasn't totally sure what to do against it. Still, I felt that I should probably play that h4 move. It very often helps. For knight g5, or maybe knight g5 is an idea actually, to prevent king to d7. Okay, here he's going for bishop a6. Bishop to a6. Is that dangerous? Well, I don't want to give up the exchange just yet, even though it wouldn't be a huge problem to lose it. It really wouldn't be. There's no need really to give it up. I mean, bishop a6, I can just go to b3, let's say. And I don't really see the big point. Let's get out of this. And this is a good square. So, okay. Yeah, that's a good square there. c5. Can I go d5 in this position? It would be really neat if I had this move, but I doubt it. I don't really have d5. Huh? Takes bishop f5. It's quite interesting, but not really working, I believe. Okay, I'm taking this. Queen c7. Queen to c7. No, I'm just doubling. Let's do simple stuff. He went f6 in this position. If I take it, I probably have to. Difficult not to. Bishop to e2. So rook c3. Yeah. Oh no, he's got rook g4 maybe. Rook g4. It's slightly awkward. I don't want that. Let's think about it. Maybe rook e1, bishop f3, g3, and then rook e3. That could be right. I'm not completely sure. Okay, he took with the rook. That's quite surprising. What about bishop a3 now? Rook e5, bishop e7. Or does he have a great discovery? The queen is also on e5. That's important. That's kind of irritating. Rook c5. Very irritating move. He also has rook to h5 at times. Wow. I feel tempted to just, I mean, tempted is wrong, but to just retreat the knight there. My position feels slightly shaky. Knight f3, rook h5 is an issue. It really is. Queen g3, bishop d6. Remarkable. And it's really threatening rook takes e5. Amazing. Queen f4, this bishop to d6. Then rook e1. Nah, that's also not working. Huh. Amazing. So what am I actually playing? If I go queen g3 here, or do I have to go f4? f4 looks somewhat sick. Yeah, I have to. I think I have to. There's a question. Have you tried atomic chess? Yeah, I guess. But like, I know, 5 times when I was a kid or so. It's not really, I'm not really that much into chess variants. I think the original game is interesting enough, actually. What I like is once in a while is Backhouse. This is really interesting. It's really, I mean, it can somewhat, it can be with some limits, yeah, let's say, helpful for normal chess. I think for creativity, it's not bad to play Backhouse once in a while. This one. Why can I not take the bishop? And rook d4. You're playing those one move silly tricks again, yeah, like in the game that you won, huh? And they work. Don't give me that crap. So what happens here? Rook e2, rook d4, knight b3, I'm checkmated. That's brilliant. Okay, f4, rook f4, rook e2, rook d4. I have to be technically precise at least. f4, is that the move? Rook f4, rook e2, rook d4, knight b3. I mean, it's technically winning, but I still have to do it. Anyway. Okay, e4 here. Rook e1, just normal stuff. Is b4 possible here? Ah, he's up for e5. Queen d6, that was a good move. That was a good move. Okay, here I'm taking with a pawn, quite clearly. Yeah, this is a very, very tricky thing. I have to castle, I think. Bishop to b7. That I did not expect. I thought... Anyway, come on, rook c7 is right here. Might as well play it. Wow, he really goes for e5 here. Okay, let's take here. Yeah, someone criticized the casting of Leif Schreiber. I think Leif Schreiber is the name, as the one who played Spassky plays Spassky in the Pawn Sacrifice movie. You really think that is that bad a cast? I don't know. f5. I don't think he's a bad actor. I mean, and he looks a little bit like Spassky. Okay, d4 was played. If I take on c6, he will take with the queen. That's not good. Oh, I overlooked bishop a4 actually. I was thinking knight e4 now. And he's got bishop a4. But I can take on f6. That is not that bad. Okay. So he went to c4 here, this guy. Let's see, I can go... Well, b3, he will take on where? I can also go g3, bishop a2, b3, and pick up that bishop. Yeah, come on. So, knight f6 here. What about knight to h4? Or okay, if I take on f5, he will grab d5. That's no good. Knight h4, knight takes e4, knight g6. It's probably good for white. Yeah, someone says that the guy who was playing Spassky in the movie would play Spassky like a movie villain. Yeah, that would be entirely wrong, yes. Okay, knight d5. Yeah, this is a fancy move, but maybe a good one. Queen g3, I guess, huh? Oh wait, queen h5 actually, attacking f7. Isn't that good? Let's do it. Yeah, here e5. It wasn't great, yeah. What happened there? Okay, now, what am I doing? b5 or d5? d5, here's b5, possibly. So b5. King here, really? Wow. That doesn't look like it should work. takes here on f5 or wait, if I take on h6, king h6 and queen g3, how is he covering g6? How is he covering that? Well, queen e8, but I have knight f5 then. Well, that's actually quite neat. Let's take it. So b5. Oh, b5 was played. Oh, I guess b4. Rook c8 here. Yeah, it's not the most brilliant position ever, I admit it. Maybe d4, e4, knight e5 is good. Yeah, this position here, we've got this funky Benoni whatever, and I'm very much better here. Let's go over to e6. Yes, he actually did this move. I mean, I saw it too late, but I don't think it is that terrible because I can take here and I really have some compensation for the exchange. What is this? I have b3 now. b3 trapping that or not? Okay. So here rook c1 was the idea. Let's go here. Someone is trolling in Finnish on the chat. That's, I mean, well, you can do worse, I guess. I mean, you could troll in. I have no idea, but trolling in Finnish sounds kind of interesting. I mean, at least it's not something I do understand. Okay, knight h5. He didn't take it. It would have been nice if he would have taken it. Okay, I'm taking here, and this is giving me the d5 pawn with the queen, I guess. Yep. Yeah, here I'm taking f7, huh? Yeah, knight c7. That was to be expected. Yeah, I have to go all the way back. I don't think anything makes much sense. Anything else? Okay, I have to recapture. Whoa, f6. That I did not expect at all. It looks kind of strange. To f3 or to e4. Both looks kind of strange. I mean, strange is the wrong word. They both don't look like they lead too much. This is what I'm trying to say. Okay, going back here. Knight d4, why not? By the way, I didn't see that Bobby Fischer Against the World movie. Knight g6 is checkmate, huh? On g7. Yep, I didn't see that movie. I always feel kind of strange about watching a movie about Fischer that really displays his. I mean, I didn't see it, right? So I'm not really totally qualified to comment on it. But his state of mind, I mean, is one key point about the movie, if I understand correctly. And it's just so sad, yeah, that one of the greatest players ever, that he had this this huge mental problems, and I don't know, it makes me kind of sad to watch that probably, so I'm not quite sure if that I want to. Okay, well, here the rook a1 will pick up that piece, so I'm going to do it. So queen e8 back. Yeah, I can go f4 here and just keep everything, or bishop d6 and win this, win that rook there in the corner. But f4 looks good. Someone says, have I seen album 61? No, I don't know what that is. Is that a movie about chess? I don't know it. No. Yeah, e4. I'm going for knight e5 here. Sielecki, this guy here, he's playing a good Leningrad. What about this now? Let's consider for a moment. If I go knight c5, he might enter with his rook. I can go rook a3, trying to just keep the position as is. Okay, let's say knight c5, rook b4. I mean, I even have rook a4. Takes. Nah, it's okay. That's okay. c6. What about this now? Queen to f5, maybe. Yeah. Okay. Here, this guy, he took on e2, but I thought that bishop to h3 would be really awkward now, isn't it? Let's do it. Yeah, he went rook b4. I would love to play rook d7 checkmate, but it's simply not there. Okay, rook a4, that was the point. And what about this? Yeah, I want more pieces near the king. And what was this? He took on c3. Really? Wow. Wow. Okay. What about this? Interesting. I cannot take e5 because a3 is hanging. Yes, you're definitely right with that, Mr. Eternal Warrior. The Eternal Warrior. Okay, I'm keeping it simple here. Knight g5 now here. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, here I have a nice dominating position. Rook a8. Okay. Go rook c1. I'm going to take here. Yeah, it's giving me that check, so I'm going up with the king. I wonder, king f2 all the way up to e3 maybe. If he takes h2, I take a6 and have that mate threat. It's probably not a bad idea. Okay, well, this knight c4, that is kind of ambitious. Just knight e5 maybe. Yeah, okay. Let's do that. I'm going to recapture here and I'm going up here with the king. If he takes h2, I gladly take a6 and I'm threatening rook a7 winning. Yeah, here I'm going for that pure endgame. I don't see much. Whoops. Wow, that's the exchange. I take it. Okay, knight g7. So I can go rook e7 now, right? That must be good. I have a hard time. I will have a hard time to answer questions sometimes. At what point would you recommend getting a coach, and what qualities would you look for? Also, what makes the best students? I mean, the thing is, well, I am a chess teacher, I'm a chess coach, so it is definitely useful to have one at basically any level. However, it is not really a necessity to get one. I mean, not really totally necessary. If you are a very good worker, yeah, and very disciplined, then you can also do lots of things on your own. At a certain level, it depends also on the individual person, I believe. Some people work better if they are kind of steered towards things, and some are better off maybe doing it on their own. Studying doesn't help when you're always drunk. Yes, definitely. Yeah, being not being drunk is helpful. Rook a7 now for rook d7 checkmate. I think this looks kind of nice, and it's no stalemate. Okay, going back. and this now. I mean, don't tell me that there is no winning blow here. I mean, he's kind of completely paralyzed here. G4 would be kind of thematic, kind of opening everything up. D6 is attacked, but I cannot yet win it, unfortunately. How do I win this? It looks really, really nice. It really looks like there should be a decisive tactic somewhere. G4 is close. It's really close. Takes, pawn takes, bishop takes. There's no winning tactic. That's hard to believe. Probably there is a winning tactic. Maybe queen c2 for g4. I have to. Did I just blunder that thing there on g5? No, that's rook on e7. Phew, okay. Yes, I'm just playing the normal moves here, and I hope it's okay. It's enough. Let's go rook c1, and here I couldn't take e5 because of that. You know, fork. b4 maybe. b4, knight b3, knight c5 would be nice to get in. Maybe queen e2. Is that a move? Yeah, maybe. Okay, so he's just about covering this with rook e7. And here, bishop e7. I think he wants to go bishop g5, but it's not really that big a deal. Okay, I cannot take b7 here, unfortunately. I can take here and d5 though, that's enough. Okay, is there something better really than I can go knight b7, wins an additional pawn. Sorry. Yeah, let's win this additional pawn. C6, yeah, just a4 or take it. I'm going to take it. Opening the b file cannot be that bad. Yeah, here, Mr. Bad Days, he's playing a really good game here, good defensive game. Well, and defensive is wrong. I mean, he's not really much on the defense. He just plays good, plays well. Okay, here I'm taking d5, and yeah, yeah. Okay, I have to take rook b1. Yeah, and now queen g5, huh? Knight a5 check. And this. Yeah, but I will take c4, so I can go rook a1. There's no problem there. What about cheating in this Simul? Yeah, it happened. It happened earlier. I mean, not like today, but in earlier Simuls I had cheaters, definitely. And I really think this is the complete... this is so utterly pointless, yeah. I really don't get it. Rook c2. I was thinking... just rook b1. Okay, what the heck? Is he going for bishop b7 or... I am just taking this, come on. And here, yeah, I have knight e6. Is that right? Is that the right approach to get a pawn there? Or just keep the knight. Here's h6. Okay, I'm entering. So he's counter-attacking my rook. I have check here though. A check on h6. Some other checks maybe. Check there. He has to go in the e file, which is not exactly ideal. I mean, I can probably just go something like rook f1, but wait, maybe I can check here. Yeah, let's start with that. That's a good idea. Okay, here we just trade stuff. c5. Okay, I can take that. And here rook takes. Huh? Grab everything. Go h4. Grab this. Yeah, I'm still on 100%, so this is a good intermediate score. If I take here intermediate, is that right? Half-time, yeah, let's call it half-time. Yeah, it's definitely right. Yes, here I was thinking, I mean, this looks kind of shaky, putting it on a light square. What about, is b3 a move maybe? Somehow I feel b3, queen takes, rook d4. Is that a move? Wow. b3, queen takes, rook d4. He doesn't have a queen check. He has a rook check. Okay. Yeah, someone is discussing Eric Hansen's channel. I never watched it. I really cannot give you any opinion. He's a very strong player, quite clearly, very good GM. But I cannot really comment on the channel. I really never watched. I really have a hard time to I mean, justifying looking at watching more chess. So what is this here? Maybe just bishop out, or maybe h4. Yeah, let's do h4 for knight g5. Okay, here is there some kind of tactic maybe? He cannot castle at the moment because of the pin. Queen b3, he has knight d2. That's not helping. I'm sorry. My voice is failing me a little bit. That doesn't look great. Really doesn't. I thought I have enough activity here, but it looks kind of wrong. Okay, pawn. Keep it simple. Pawn there and here. Yeah, I can take c5, but at the end he will take with his queen there. Then I'm in some ugly self pin. Bishop b5 maybe. Yeah, bishop. It's not a bad move. Rook b1 is also not bad. Let's do it. Going back here. Just put that out. Okay, so he's got some kind of counterplay. Let's keep that pawn. Queen over there. Knight h5. Wow, he's taking his time. f5, there's still knight h4, yes. Queen to b6. Okay. That's a good game. Teho Sam, he's playing well. He was also knight h4, knight f4. Again, I forgot about that bloody idea. I had forgotten about that already in a game last year. I have to do it though. Okay, knight g7. He really wants to grab that pawn. That's cheeky. That's really, really cheeky business. So, like e7, rook b7. Huh. Yeah, it would be heartbreaking if he would escape from that position, which was really strategically totally lost. But might be. Those quick move in the Simul can sometimes really hit back at you. Sorry for the desk, I actually fixed something there with the desk screeching, but it's totally bad this moment. Yeah, the bloody knight. The knight will take. Or queen e2. Maybe queen e2, huh? Okay. It's not ideal. Was b3 hanging? Maybe. Okay. Threatening mate here. Okay, he grabbed that pawn. My idea was rook takes d4. I only hope I'm not blundering everything. Can easily be. I don't see it. Rook c1 maybe. King g2. Rook f2. Anyway, I'm taking. So here. Wow. Mr. Eternal Warrior, please start to play bad moves. I'm getting frustrated. Okay, let's activate that knight now. It really has to go somewhere. Okay, wow, he didn't play knight f4. I was really expecting knight f4 here. That's good news, actually. Let's take. Oh, Mr. Defiance. This game I actually had forgotten about, and now he played a move after a longer think. I don't know, what did he do in the meantime? Filing his tax returns or something like that. Yeah, it's still a bad position. I'm 7 wins. No draw. That's not bad. But this is really not looking like a lot, which is putting it, yeah, which is a positive way to describe it. I really have absolutely nothing. Bishop b4. Yeah. No, it's nothing. Okay, queen to f8 in this position here. c6. I can also just take. Come on, take it. And castling away. Whoa! Nah, this is a typical nice tactic that you can so easily overlook if you are playing in a Simul. Nice, wins a pawn. Okay. Okay, I'm grabbing stuff. Bishop a6, interesting. Looking at c4. Okay. Yeah, he took that. Yeah, I can take d6. What is he doing? Queen c3. I have to take anyway. No use in thinking. Okay, bishop b5 is nice. I'm taking this stuff. Okay. Yeah, some connection issues. Some people have some connection issues. It's sometimes tricky to say what the real reason is. And your internet connection might be good normally, but still Twitch is kind of acting up. Oh, queen d4. I didn't see that one. Yeah, that can really happen. Huh? You have a completely winning position and then you stumble to some silly tactic. Is rook d1 defending somehow? I didn't plan that. Let's do it. Okay, that picks up the knight here or trades everything. Okay, what about this here? c5 maybe. Let's go on the side. Yeah, not doing too badly. Couple of wins already. That's cool. Yeah, try another web browser. That sometimes is surprisingly effective. Yeah, you would think it doesn't matter, but sometimes it does matter. Okay, rook to e6 back. That's a funny move. What happens there? I don't get it. Bishop e6, queen e6. I can take h7. That's not bad. Threatening queen g8 and stuff. Is there a reason not to do that? Not really, huh? Not there anything bad happening to me? I don't see it. No. Okay, let's go a4 here. Yeah, he won that pawn. This guy did. What a shame. What a shame. There's a question. What is the best snack to eat while playing? I don't know. It depends. I mean, if you for playing well, yeah. Nuts are not bad. It's usually it's often recommended by nutritionists. Is that the right word? Nutrition experts. It's not such a great idea to eat something with lots of sugar, because your blood sugar level will increase, which is nice at first, but then it hits you back very, very severely. Okay, knight to f8 back. Okay, I need to do something here, and I did not see that move coming. Don't tell me I mated or something. That would be frustrating. Queen f3 all of a sudden. I cannot calculate all lines here in this format. It just has to work sometimes. So what about this? I can check on h8. If I take on e6, I'm mated with rook c1. This is kind of frustrating. I have a couple of checks. Maybe I start with queen h8 check. I don't know. Let's check there. Let's check him. I just blundered h4. Wow. How sick. How sick is this? I just blundered that pawn in one move. Ah. Wow. It's a good way to lose it. Bishop c2. Maybe this is just about somehow working. Okay, take this. And now here. Okay, a4. Yeah, I wonder, do I really have to take a draw in this position? That would be kind of frustrating, but maybe I have to. Is there a way to... I mean, he's threatening rook c1 mate and rook e1 mate. It's quite a bit, unfortunately. Probably have to. Okay, so here, any intermediate stuff? Probably not. Let's take it. And here, I really have to take a draw here. Shoot. Okay. Yeah, let's get out of this stuff? Or is there... Wait. Let's think for one moment. Do I have something better? I mean, some tricks? Probably not. That's a question. Have I ever met titled players that were drinking alcohol at the board? Yeah, of course. Of course. I mean, it's prohibited in general, but I mean it still gets violated, that rule, quite often. So what about this? Yeah, here we really have the draw. Yeah, I have to take it. Yeah, back to f7. So what about this now? How am I going to play here? I mean, with the two bishops, it's rather nice, but it's still not easy to play. Bishop a3 is kind of clear. And this wants to get that knight into it, but I will put this here. Knight e4 there. Yeah, so I definitely have conceded a draw, which is totally fine, of course. I mean, these events are tough. Queen e4, g4, maybe something like that. I have to be quick. a5, c8, queen d1 maybe. Yeah, pancake, Mr. Pancake. I'm sitting in this really uninspiring exchange Slav. Let's go here and see what happens. That's the question. If I ever have drunk alcohol at the board in a rapid tournament game. No, actually I don't think so. I mean, not in a somehow remotely serious thing. I mean, we sometimes play blitz or rapid stuff when we have our if our barbecues once a year in our chess club, and then of course I would maybe drink a beer or something, but and play, but not in other situations. This is a stupid move, by the way. Yes, knight f5. Probably rather stupid. Anyway, it's not that bad, and at least I'm quick. Yeah, I'd love to play f4, but it really doesn't do much. Check maybe for the pawn. Let's do it. a5. Okay, let's activate stuff. And here, did he offer me a draw here? Dodgy? I don't know. Did he offer me a draw? I don't quite know how to check that. Maybe the a pawn. The a pawn is very dangerous. I mean, rook d8 looks totally obvious, and then like entering. I have to do that probably. Yeah, here I was thinking queen d3 and b3. Probably not much else. So like c5 now, or takes d4 maybe. Alright, it shouldn't be bad, huh? Let's prepare it. And here I'm taking that pawn. I want some idea how to win, and one idea is to grab stuff. If yeah, the Benko gambit, I'm not completely sure really. That early queen a5 line seemed to be a bit strange at the moment. No idea really. Someone asked, if you have 3 hours a day to study as a 1500 player, what would I recommend to do? 3 hours, that's not bad. Avoid to just learn opening theory by heart. If you do that and spend the 3, I mean, avoid that. That's the only thing to do. And the other stuff, I mean, just do what you like to do. It's really that easy. If you have that much time, you will probably waste a little bit of time. But it's not a big deal. So check here, king h2, that's easy at least. And it's queen e4, huh? Queen e4. I will get a6, huh? At least. Rook a8. Do I have anything else than taking? Probably not, huh? No. I mean, 3 hours is really quite a bit. I think you can easily distribute that between things that you really like to do. I don't really think you need to do much stuff that you dislike to do. So here, what about this? He wants to go c5 really badly, which I understand. Somehow he's gotten some kind of play here. h5, however, I'm also c5. I wonder if I should go h5, just attacking myself. c5 takes on g6 and c4. It looks kind of unclear. That's kind of unclear still. I can go rook d2, but it feels like there should be something better. I didn't see it though. Okay, I'm taking here now, or is there a better move? Probably not. And here, yes, this is interesting. I was thinking maybe bishop here, right? Yep. There is a question. If I'm planning to become a grandmaster, not actively, no. I mean, I really would have to train seriously, and with my teaching business, it's really difficult to do. There's a question, what to do after 3a3, avoiding the Nimzo-Indian. So d4, knight f6, c4, e6. Yes, black can go d5. You can basically play everything. Oh, someone says, ask if I ever read the Chess Publishing Forum. One of the long-time contributors has just passed away, Markovic Morse. Yeah, I know Markovic. He was a mod there, always very strict, yeah. Always felt like you were at school with him. It was sometimes a bit harsh, I felt, but sad to learn that he died. I didn't know him. I only knew him from the moderation there, from his moderation job. Knight h4 seems to be in the mix here. Wow, that looks dangerous. It looks dangerous. I don't really know what to do against it. If I take knight h4, that looks a lot like a possible draw. take it, queen g4 check, it is a draw. But he's threatening knight f3, check, king g2, knight h4. And it's still a draw. That's kind of sad. I don't want to draw. f3 maybe. It's kind of risky. It's a little bit risky, that move. Queen d3. I don't know. Nah, no risk, no fun. Okay, what about this? He allows me to take on f6 and kill his structure. Bishop d4 is also a good move. Yeah, that cannot be bad. Totally destroying a structure. So what is this here? Can I bring the king up now? King g3, g5. I know, I have to play. And now here knight c3, right? That wins a pawn. Yeah, knight f6. Yeah, he's playing that well, Tahoe Sam. But he's playing well in all of the simuls. I think he beat me before. Yeah, it's one of those cases where I blundered that pawn, and it's very difficult to recover from that. And it can so easily happen in the simul. You don't have time, you play a quick move and all of a sudden a pawn is gone, and with it the game. Okay, I have to do something. Rook there, probably queen g4. Yeah. c6, wow, but this looks like a really bad structure. Let's take first. He goes e4. Yeah, that is what I feared. I really feared that move. Okay, if I take it, I'm completely toast. Take d6. I mean, I can take here, queen b8 check, and take there. Maybe. Yeah, g5. Yeah. Knight f5 check coming. Let's think just a little bit. h4, knight f5. King g3 was probably complete nonsense. Maybe h4, in fact. Knight f5. I mean, here rook a5 at the end. Yeah, maybe I have to do that. Okay, king e8. This guy is continuing to play very strong. Rook d8. So, like h5, or I'm getting kind of nervous here with his counterplay there with c5. h5, c5 takes g6, h6. It doesn't really lead to much. Maybe here, yeah, c5 he cannot take then. Okie dokie. If I move the bishop away, maybe. Then I've got d5, that's not so bad. Okay, here I was thinking check and takes on d6, huh? Yeah, hope for the best. And here, f6. Queen b3 is also a good move, by the way. Taking and queen b3 is good. So I'm grabbing this. Yeah. You want to trade. I understand. You are a pawn up. Everybody wants to trade when they are pawn up. Yeah, and I cannot really afford a trade. Maybe if I take and go b4, I guess a4. Nah, that's the lost. That's a technical loss, unfortunately. Queen a3, a4, and he's got queen c2 and stuff. Okay, it's lost anyway. Here queen b3, I thought it would be nice. King g6. Let's think about this for one moment. g4. Yeah, it's also good. Yeah, going back. Okay, played rook b8, that's the only move again. Yeah, I blundered that damn pawn. Oh, here I can take, that's nice actually. So he went c5, so I can go here now, and I'm looking at that c8 rook, so he cannot play c4 and he cannot take. Okay, h3. Wow, what the beep. Wow, that's probably even good. Wow. Yeah, it is good. It is good. Oh my god. Sorry for my desk, really. I really tried to fix that. Yeah, that was a moment like 4 years ago. I would have lit a cigarette after knight takes f2. Like, ooh. Wow, I'm just totally busted. Oh, it's very nice. Yeah, it's just totally well. Yeah, okay, I take it, knight g4 check. King e2, knight e3, it just drops this piece there. I can do something like that. Wow, that's really bad. Okay, rook takes here. Queen a5. Yeah, he found that move. Why do they find all the good moves all of the time? Is that fair? I don't think it is. Okay. So I'm somewhat controlling this c-file. Okay, he went there. Interesting. So yeah, I need the c-pawn badly, really badly. Okay, knight d4 check here. Yep, keeping this pawn. Yeah, this still is lost, but what can you do? I'm going to continue a little bit. Yeah, the simuls, someone says simuls are hard, they're hard to follow. I agree. Yeah, it's not that easy because of the constant game switches. It's not at all easy to do. But at the same time, it's also difficult to really do it differently. It's just the nature of this type of event. Yeah, he just went back to e4, and why not? It just is good. Yeah, the only thing is he really takes a very long time, so maybe I can do something time-wise. So king e6, g3, yeah, keep that, and then try to bring the king around. At least I feel I really cannot lose this probably. Winning is an entirely different matter, but losing seems difficult. Okay, there's not much going on. Yeah, maybe h4, completely blocking stuff. And here I can take with the rook now. Huh? Rook takes, not much happening. Yeah, here I was thinking that I maybe can go here and then queen e6 next. It should work. Okay, f4. Okay, let's keep everything as it is. I have to go back here. And still I think queen e6 is a decent move. I will trade queens for sure, I think. Okay. Queen d8. Where are you going? Over to the king side. Nah. Okay. Ah, no, he has knight e1 check or what? Or knight h4 check. I forgot about that. I cannot go to g2. I have to go here. Oh, that's lucky. That not loses. Maybe it does, but I don't see how. Bishop f4. Oh, still that bloody pawn down. Okay, let's bring the king up. Knight will come to f4 here. So, block around the clock. I cannot take h5. No, king. I need my king. Is there a way here for me forward? Knight b1 c3 would be good, strategically speaking. Bishop h3 is also an interesting move. Taking, bishop takes. Bishop c4 is also not bad. Let's get out of that check. So we had a trade here. And here I think I can go knight f4 somewhat later. Okay, he wants to move the king and then take on c4. That's very understandable. So rook here maybe. Let's keep that pawn for the moment. Yeah, I'm going to have to go with the king. So, yeah, that's really, has nothing happening. It's really completely boring, that Slav exchange. I mean, the Slav exchange is notoriously boring, but this is an especially boring version. Okay, let's march the b pawn, and here knight f4. Yeah, knight f4. d5. Or g takes, is there a difference? No, not really. Okay, b6, rook 6. B pawn is quick. So if I check him, King d7, rook h6. Yeah, okay. Knight over here. So rook b1, rook b7. I have bishop c5. That's a little annoying move there. King up, take here. Yeah, that's a wow. He's down to 37 seconds. But he still plays the strongest moves there. Yeah, I have to take. Okay, I'm just playing in my usual. Oh no, b7, huh? That promotes. Rook e8, bishop a7. Okay, yeah, I'm taking f7 now. And c5 here, probably. A rook and a pawn sometimes is really strong. Even if the king is not playing, it can be a factor. A3 doesn't really make a big difference. So bring that up. Yeah, it's an amazingly bad position, really is. Knight will still come to g4 or whatever. It's really just lost. Okay, knight g4 is not a big problem. Let's go back up here. Okay, is there any point in taking with the rook? Maybe take with the rook. Where is he going? To e6, rook d6, check. And then I've got e5. Maybe. Let's just make some pressure. a4, king c5, b4 check, takes, king b3. Moves, no, wins. Yeah, that wins. Bishop e6 is his choice, which does not threaten that much. King d5 maybe. Yeah, king d5. King d5. So have to move it. 11 wins, 1 draw. 8 remaining. 8 remaining is a bit. It's quite a bit. Yeah, well. Sielecki, he completely annihilated me. This guy. Completely. I mean, without any chance whatsoever. I just got completely stomped to the ground. Okay. Yeah, it seems that this guy here, Bad Days, is making at least some kind of inaccurate moves. Eight remaining. Yeah, this game, tricky business. If he takes it, I'm taking h5. So c6 is probably right for that threat. King up here. Yeah, the clock situation is kind of okay. Not really in a huge time issue anywhere. I mean, I have that totally lost position there from the Dutch. This one, and he's playing that accurately. My only hope is to dash out some quick moves and hope he blunders somewhere with his somewhat longish things. 18, 17, 16. Okay, what about this here? I have to block. Someone says g6 is dropping against Bad Days. I don't know. Yeah, g6 is dropping. Yeah, for him. Yes, yeah. This is why I said I'm getting somewhere. I can, yeah, black wins. He down to 1 second and then he made the move. Amazing. Anyway. Are there any games? No, he went h5. Yeah, my slight, very, very slight hope is some kind of fortress, but if he plays it technically, I mean, just halfway right, I mean, it will be enough. Yeah, I think this guy actually wants to make fun of me by letting the clock run down to 1 second and then move. Okay, I'm taking on d3 next. Yeah, the question, what is the best way to combat side note, time travel in classic chess? That's a real difficult problem. And I mean, if you have a clear solution to it, people like Grishuk or Korchnoi probably would have done much better. I think one thing that you can do is you can try to get a better idea about, I mean, what moves do you actually spend the time on? Yeah, writing the clock times down can be helpful. Those kind of things. Okay, I'm taking that exchange now. I'm fed up with that bishop. To really get an idea where you really spend that time. Because with some people, it is really completely funny at which moments they spend their time, like at completely useless moments where there's actually nothing to think about. I think it's difficult to get rid of. I cannot really say something from my own perspective because I was never really a time travel guy, always playing really quickly. h5. Okay, let's gain some space there. I still want to do something in that game here. Yeah, I can actually close a couple of windows here. It's still a total mess here. Rook f2. Yeah, it is lost. It stays lost. What can you do? Anyway, knight to g5 in this position. Okay. Well, h4 is generally useful. Knight back to e8. Ah, yeah, he wants to, or maybe knight to f5. That also could be a good idea. g6, he's putting pawns on light squares, which is the right general recipe. Yeah, I have to be cautious that I'm not killing myself here. That can easily happen. Okie dokie. Yeah, he wants to get that pawn, understandably, but I want to keep it. At least for the moment. Wait, yeah, it's okay. Not blundering stuff. Would I consider to keep it slower rated players? Well, in a blitz game, you mean? I mean, I am doing the viewer games, the the analysis of the games afterwards. I mean, in a live context, I mean, I wouldn't mind to do that, but I don't know how effective it would be. Okay, what about this here? Is a4, a5, is that any good? I'm not sure if I'm risking much, so let's go a4. So here bishop e2. I mean, it's still kind of continuing this game. Queen f5 threatens all kinds of stuff. I let the clock down, run down to 8 seconds now. Queen takes f1 is a technical thing now that you can try, but it's not necessary. Black wins with many moves. So is rook d6 a good move here? Takes, pawn takes. Well, it's a really dangerous pawn. Let's do it. Yeah, he went here. This is a good move. Just keeping the status quo, let's say. Have to go back again. No, we place that one. That's also good. It's probably the strongest move. If I do this, he can go rook f1, but I mean, I don't know. It's not like I have much. Don't have much that I can do. Okay, here I was thinking here. This is an idea. Getting the knight to c3. Went g6. Yeah, that's not bad. Maybe you can try to get knight to f5. Huh? There's a question. Kasparov once claimed to have calculated a line for 40 moves. Do you think that's realistic? I just blundered e3 here. Yeah, I can resign that. Yeah, he played that very well, Sielecki. A line for 40 moves, is that realistic? It's a good question. Well, there are certainly situations sorry, where you can actually calculate really deeply. And if it's very much forced, yeah, there might be chances that this is happening. Okay. Rook a8, knight c7, rook h8, bishop f7. No, it's difficult to calculate. The only thing, I shouldn't stumble into that fork. It would be very embarrassing. So is there? I mean, this is still kind of continuing. It stays a very bad position, and I'm kind of in Zugzwang a little bit. Is e5 a move here? Come on, let's be quick. King c6 is probably winning a pawn. King e6 also good. King e6, huh? Yeah, he cannot take, huh? And I take f5. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, let's do this. And now he's trying for that regrouping. Knight e7 to f5. He is right with doing that. Can I regroup to c3 here? Knight b1. He goes king up. There's no real way to protect it. Maybe if I jettison the pawn and play knight b5. I mean, I can also resign, of course, but I want to fight a little bit. So, rook here. I mean, sometimes if you say calculate for 40 moves deep, sometimes there are situations where you kind of lose a tempo and make some kind of, how do you call it, yeah? I mean, you kind of run in circles and it's like 7 moves, but the position hasn't changed that much. It's less of a calculation than correctly, let's say, understanding a certain mechanism. He didn't calculate, someone suggesting it would be the game where he checkmated checkmated on the first rank. That would be his classic game against Topalov, and he definitely did not calculate that up to the end. He said it himself, so it's not that game. So if I go rook here, he has to go back. King f6, check. So b5. Yeah, maybe that pawn. Maybe that pawn is just a bit dangerous. Takes knight c3, b4, knight e2. I get to f4. It's really nice, but oh wow. Maybe that was an entirely wrong concept, huh? Anyway. Okay, bishop to g5 here. So he allows that check there. I'm not sure that it is that big a deal, but f4, bishop moves, takes h5, and then f5 is interesting. I've got knight f4 at the end, and I will pick up that pawn. That's interesting. Ah, come on! Don't tell me you're killing me now with f4. Yeah, that would be amazing. I can go d5, huh? f3 check, king h2, queen e1, and I'm killed or what? Don't tell me that this is working. That would be amazing. If I take f4, knight takes, e takes, e3 check. I mean, that's not really working, right? I don't see it. d5. I'm taking, come on. I'm taking this. Okay, king e6 was his choice. Now I can actually move the king. It's slow, but I can move the king. So I take this e3 check and I play d5. Come on. Yeah, I was thinking maybe knight c3 actually. Is that some kind of idea? Knight c3, a3, king c2. Can check on a2. If I somehow can win that a4 pawn, I would be kind of back in the game. Which is probably pure fantasy. So I'm taking now, and then I go f5. Huh? F5, it's not even that clear. I was stupid. What did I see there? It was a weird kind of calculation. To f3 maybe. f5 takes everything. Knight f4, h4. That's just completely bonkers. That's just totally bad. Where should I go with that knight? Maybe I can still take and play for f5 somehow. Knight to e3 or something like that. I probably should have taken a draw. I don't know. I want to try around a little bit. Okay, f3, right? No, d5. Sorry, d5 was my actual idea. Yeah. Let's do it. I lost a game where my opponents played that sacrifice on f2. I mean, sacrifice. It was just the winner. Knight takes f2, very strong. Yeah, I hope really that I'm going to win this one. But here, this game, I'm kind of risking a bit to lose. I don't know. Knight h1 is a funny idea. Then he has bishop h4. That's totally ridiculous. Okay. So let's not get the rook trapped. That would be totally embarrassing. But it can happen. It really can happen. Like knight e8 something. Is he trying to trap it? King there, rook. I can play c7 probably to free the rook ultimately. Okay. Okay. No, I'm just moving now. Let's get going. Bishop g3 is probably strong. I really played this far too with too much risk. This endgame there. Yeah, I should have just taken some draw, which was possible, I guess. Okay, let's think about this. Is there some kind of mate? a5 check. If I insert that, a5 check, king b5, knight c5. Is there some mate? Not really. Okay. Yeah, he tries to trap this. But how exactly? Bishop g6. I always have c7 to free the rook, I believe. c7, bishop. Yeah, I always have that. Whew. Okay. Yeah, knight f5 is the big problem at the end here. Okay, give him a check. Hanging on. Just hanging on. I can close a couple of... Yeah, that was actually resigned. There's one game resigned, right? Yes. And this also was resigned. Oh, nice. So I'm really down to just 2 games or 3 games or what? That was resigned. Yeah, I'm going to tidy up my screen here a little bit. It's a total mess. This is still on. Yes, of course. Where am I? I have to close that. Yeah, I can close some stuff here really. Yeah, this here, Pancake, it's his move though. Against Dodgy. Dodgy is also, it's his move. It's again, it's some game that was resigned. Tahoe Sam still on. Yeah, I'm tidying up my screen. Lots of dead games. Yeah, that was a crush. That Tarlechen game, whatever. This game, I actually won that game because the black player ran out of time. Black forfeits on time, what? Well, whatever. What a strange stuff. Strange thing happening. Okay, so my point was rook h8. And I always have c7 too. Ah yeah, g5. So he tries something. If I go a5 check, king b5, knight c5, I'm still not checkmating him somehow, right? I always play for mates, I know. Knight e6, fe, f5, maybe bishop. No, that's not working. Okay, let's move here first. Here I have to go c7 here anyway. Wait, just a moment, just one moment. c7. Is there an alternative? No, no, not really. c7. Yeah, so here g5 takes knight c5, e5, king b5, knight c5, gf4, knight d7, knight b7 will win. Nah, almost. He has c5 all of the time. Yeah, okay. Okay, now what f5 is a move but that looks really risky. No, probably not. So here, this is still continuing. Okay, going back to c3. 3 remaining games. Yeah, the remaining games, they don't look that good. That's true. That's true. I mean, I'm not really that pessimistic that I will lose this, for example. But you never know. There's a question. Samuel Williams said that 2 minor pieces are stronger than a rook in the opening and middle game, but in the end game the rook is stronger than 2 minors. Is that true? Well, sorry, it very much really depends on the position. I mean, this is the typical thing that everybody says. It depends on the position, but it really does. Especially because the rook often has a pawn. Yeah, it's rook and pawn quite often. Sorry, against the 2 minor pieces. And in this case, quite often the rook will be better. Yeah, rook and pawn. But it's hard to make a general statement out of this. The Mr. October game, yeah, that was a win. That was a win, of course. So here I cannot take here, unfortunately. And here I can do this and hang on, as I do for the whole time. Okay, he went a5. Yeah, is there some way to do something here? I don't think so, really. It doesn't look like I have some winning potential. I take that f7 pawn, maybe. It doesn't look like it's possible. Probably I'll start with that one. So here he's going where? Bishop h3, he's taking on e3. Okay, well, let's just take this. And now, is there anything that I can do here? I would really like to attack f7. Knight b7, knight d6. Yeah, but this is just f6. There's just f6. Yeah. Oh, okay. Let's do it. Let's not make a big fuss out of it. Okay, bring the king up. I think I'm really active now with my king, so it should be okay. Knight d6, f6, f6. Knight f7, is that a move? Doesn't really do much ultimately. Naja. Okay, he went there. Ah yeah, knight c3 has knight takes e3. Yeah. Okay. Knight e3, after that it's probably time to resign. What game was that actually? That was where he was able to take on b2, right? Yeah. He was able to take on b2. That was this game. Yeah, here I can probably resign. Yeah, okay, I can play one or two moves. Is something happening here? Yeah, I'm playing. I don't want to draw, but in the process I'm risking lots of things. Knight to f7, bishop h4, knight d8. Is that something? It looks really strange. Okay, king h6. That looks like a self pin. Okay, activating the king cannot be bad, really. Would be weird. Knight c4 with a check. Yep. Yeah, I probably should resign. Knight b6 or something, or bishop c6 is just totally safe, and I'm a ton of pawns down. Yeah, so knight d8, is this something? fe5, knight e6, that's probably entirely wrong. I take it, bishop takes, g5, g6, it's also weird. Maybe I can take a knight e5. So here, I don't know really, I think this is very, very likely a draw. I'm offering a draw here, maybe he takes it. Yeah, knight e5. Yeah, I can resign, right? This is just too lost, so I'm resigning that one. Very good game by Tahoe Sam. He's playing well. I think I lost against him earlier in the Simul. Okay, so we only have two games. We have that Endgame here, and we have the game against Dodgy. Oh, sorry. Okay, I push that pawn. I mean, I have two outside pawns, and c5 I have knight d7. Maybe. Yeah, two games left. Huh? This one and the dodgy game, where I offered a draw. I mean, I have a hard time believing that black can win here with me being so active. But you never know. Yeah, this is a bit more exciting. Again, c5, I'm going to check on d7. I've got two passes. It was a, I mean, no, maybe that was a bit risky how he played it, giving me two outside passes. Knight is notoriously tricky. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what his move is. c5 again is a check. Maybe he can still do that. I mean, check on d7, king c6, knight c5, bishop d4, knight e6. Maybe black draws this. I'm not sure. Yeah, okay, dodgy accepted the draw. I think this is also a correct decision. Yeah, I'm too active here. I was very lucky though. I mean, I had blundered earlier, but I had a winning position almost out of the opening. So, what is this now? He wants to go c5. I wonder if I should go like king b4. King b4, king d6, a5, c5 check takes, king e5, a6 is promoting. Yeah, okay, let's do it. So we only have that game left, and Mr. Pancake, he's down. Yeah, I can close a couple of more windows. Yeah, he's down to 1 minute, which is good news. I'm not going to spend like 10 minutes now on the move. Sorry for that screech. I really have no idea what the cause of this is. Okay, I'm going back. Maybe c5 now. Maybe that was good. Yeah, c5 now. So king b4 was stupid. That was a stupid move. Maybe I could have... Nah, king a5 cannot be right. It really cannot. The pawn count is so reduced, it looks very likely to be some kind of draw. I think he can probably play c5. Yeah, and now is there something interesting, or do I have to just have to take? Yeah, I have to take, I guess. Yeah, bishop g7 wouldn't work. Now let's get this thing in motion. So bishop g7 is some kind of a threat. Knight f7. Is there any way to help this pawn to promote? It's not quite apparent to me. A5, bishop g7 looks wrong. King d4, king d6. That is strange. He will always have that check, unfortunately. Okay. As I said, I don't want to make a big fuss out of this now. I'm going to play this relatively quickly. I mean, if you have some time, you can try to really, let's say, solve this position, trying to calculate it to some kind of conclusion. But I want to play quickly here. It's late there, late in Germany, approaching midnight. I mean, I don't risk much. I think I will always be, I mean, if I'm really screwing it up totally, I will always be able to sacrifice the knight against the 2 pawns somehow. And well, I'm not currently seeing why I even need to do that. The 2 pawns are still kind of dangerous. Yeah, it's with 1 minute on the clock. This is not easy. The most obvious move would be something like e5, just push the pawns. It's probably not that bad, actually. I have king c5, d4. Well, I mean, I can block with that knight, but knight g5 runs into this check. What happens? Tricky. If he goes d4 somehow, I play knight g5. This is some kind of block. King c5, d4, knight g5. Oh, come on. You cannot be serious. Okay. So, king c5. Okay, I'm doing this. d4, knight g5. Yeah, that should be okay. Or can he go e4? I didn't really think about this one. I hope I'm not just allowing... No, I can always go knight g5 for a draw. Yeah. I mean, at least. Okay, that's good. So knight g5 here for knight e4 or knight e6. If I'm on e4, I mean, he cannot really play d3, d2 at any time with the bishop protecting d2 because the g-pawn then would promote. It's difficult really for him to get these pawns going. I mean, it's probably still a draw somehow, but we'll see. Yeah, 18 seconds. That gets tricky now. Oh wow, really? Nah, I'm marching this now or not. Come on, a pawn. King c7, knight e6, that's not going to work. So knight e4, yes, that's have to stop the pawn. But I've got two passes. Two passes. Whoa, how are you stopping the a-pawn now? Nah, you're not, right? This is going to do a home run or touchdown, whatever you prefer. Wow. Wow. Whoa. Okay, well, I can still do this. And bishop e3 check. Unbelievable stuff. And now bishop e3 is your only move. And then I will take on d3. And I just have won that pawn. For not much. Yeah, no, I think that's wins. This is a win. This will win. Bishop e3, king d3, bishop d4, king c4. He cannot easily approach my pawn. King f5, there's g7. It should be a win. Someone says touchdown is better. Maybe, because the back racket resembles this reaching this line there in American football. Probably, yes. Bishop, whoa. I will take here, right? Is this a better defense somehow? Well, it's not a big difference. So here is g7 somehow good tactically. Here. I'm also threatening knight c5 now. That's kind of useful. So he has to play bishop a7 essentially. And then king b5, c6. That's ending in Zugzwang. No, yeah, that's a win for white. Whoa, that was tough. But I took some probably unwarranted risks here. The problem is he absolutely cannot approach my pawn. King e7, f8, g7, but that's really slow. Really slow. King e7 is the only try. King e7 to f8. I wonder if I have something super convincing. King c6, king f8, king b7, bishop d4. Not really. Knight g5 or knight e6. No, it's not so convincing. Is there something better, maybe, that I can do? I'm just winning if I take the pawn here, actually. If I just pick up e5, it should be enough, right? I go to b7 at the end. And then I will always be able to block out with knight b6 or not. king. Is this the easiest? Is this the easiest? Just picking this up. I mean, I can't go knight d6, king g7, knight c8, e4, knight a7, e3, knight b5, e2. It's still kind of tricky. It still feels a bit tricky, amazingly enough. What is best here? There's no really completely technical way to do it. I think this maybe. As I said, I don't want to look at this now for 5 minutes and calculate every possible line. If he gets a draw somewhere, all the power to him. King g7, king e5, king g6. I go to b7 and ultimately knight to b6. It should win, right? Yeah, now the knight coming to b6 or c8 and b6. I was thinking that this should win. I really would be surprised if not. I see no defense. I mean, knight c8, b6 is a win, I think. Yeah, the tough endgame. 73 moves. There's no defense. So what did I score at the end? I think like 2 draws, 2 losses. So 17-3. That's not bad. Or 3 draws. I don't know. It was kind of okay. Not too bad. Yeah, the stream is probably near its end. And Pancake here is down to 1 minute 40, 1 minute 30 something, and my moves won't take long time. He defended excellently well. I mean, defend is really wrong. I mean, he really was totally okay for a very long time, and maybe I even cranked up the risk a little bit too much. So check here. And knight b6 pre-move. Yeah, the ratings, someone says not bad for 1400. Yes, but sorry, the ratings are kind of tricky at times because the standard time control is not played often. Yeah, I also have no rating there. 1400. It's a bit strange. I thought I should have some kind of standard rating, but maybe they did something with that after the introduction of 2510 time control. Yeah, so Mr. Pancake, he resigned. So the whole event comes to an end, and I scored 15 wins, 2 draws and 2 losses, which means, no, 16 wins, which means 17-3. Yeah, I conceded 3 points. Yeah, this is a really good result. And here, okay, friend says, he's this guy's 2000 in 15-minute chess, Pancake. So that's a good rating, 2000 15-minute. Okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed this stream, about 2 hours 40 minutes of simultaneous chess. And the only thing I'm going to do now is, yeah, maybe grab a beer and go to bed. Okay, guys, thanks for watching. Up until Monday, right? I'm back on Monday. So yeah, make sure to join me in Monday 4 p.m. 4 p.m. that would be Eastern US East Coast time. Okay, guys, thanks for watching.